In this short webinar clip, I'm going to be showing you how you can overcome the "you're too expensive" objection, so you can go from rejection to irresistible must-have in the market. For the best advice on how to become a desirable must-have coach in the market, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so that you get notified every time a video drops every single week. Hi there, my name is Jen Hall. I'm a business desirability coach and best-selling author of Experts Unrivaled, the 5-step recipe to becoming the most desirable option in the marketplace. So you can go from overlooked and rejected to truly wanted and having clients chase you instead of the other way around. And in this clip, I'm going to be showing you how you can position yourself away from the competition so you can charge what you like. Make sure that you watch until the end because I'm going to be showing you how you can get access to my 5-step workbook to creating a money-making micro niche. This will all make sense after the clip.
That nothing is ever too expensive. But hear me out here, okay? So I want you to meet Steve, the lovely Steve, which is here. Steve wants to raise his prices, but he's already the most expensive in the market. Steve is actually a real person who I've spoken to. However, his name is not actually Steve. I'm protecting his identity. Bracket, close bracket. So yeah, he wants to raise them. He wants to be able to bring in more money and stop running around like a headless chicken. But he's like, well, I can't raise them anymore because, you know, I'm already the most expensive. So how the hell am I meant to raise them any further? Okay. And the problem is people will compare and will say that you're too expensive if you're on the same wavelength as everybody else out there in the market. Okay. He was marketing as and I'm going to pick something that's going to protect his identity by just calling him a hypnotherapist. Okay. So Bob here was a hypnotherapist, James here was a hypnotherapist, and Steve was a hypnotherapist. And he, out of the hypnotherapists, he was the most expensive hypnotherapist. But the thing is, if he continues to work like that, of course people are going to go, well, hang on a minute, if I'm going to get the same stuff from Bob, why would I go to Steve? And the trick is here is actually nothing is too expensive. It's only too expensive by comparison, but you actually need to become a unique and useful offering. Okay. And the more useful you become, because being unique is one thing, being useful is another. We need to have the two combined. You have to be a unique benefit to somebody. I shared a picture the other week on social media of like, I think it was like 4 forks, and one of them in the middle was bent, saying just because you're unique doesn't mean you're useful. And it really is true, you know. And there are a ton of people out there who I really love following online, and I'll comment on this stuff, and I look forward to hearing this stuff, but I'm not going to pay any money for them to help me because I don't know really what use they're going to be to me, like what value you're adding to my life. So it's really important to, yes, be unique, yes, position yourself away, but also becoming truly useful to somebody so that they really, really value. So going back to what Sarah says, communicating worth and quality and value. That's really important. But so you see by being the same and marketing on the same level as everybody else, instead of saying, I can help you with this specific problem and this specific outcome, suddenly you become interesting because like, oh, okay, so all of these are the people. And I'll give you an example. My dad has been very poorly. He's had diabetes type 1 all of his life. And he recently suffered a few heart attacks and actually nearly died on the table a few times. So he was in a real bad place. And he's in a position where he's been told you're going to have to lose weight. Now, in a lineup of weight loss coaches, if one of them was to step forward and say, I specialize in helping male diabetics lose weight, who do you think he's going to pick? He's going to pick the person that he can trust the most, the person who's a specialist, the person who is unique in amongst that lineup of people who are all doing a similar thing. But when you really hone in on what matters to that person, that's when you become unique and useful. Positioning yourself away from the rest of everybody else is seriously, seriously important. So that's one way you can do this. So I just want to say, people will pay for what they value. It's not about finding the people with the most money to spend, right? It's not like, okay, so, oh, they look rich, or that market's got a ton of money. It's not about doing that. Just because you can afford something doesn't mean you're going to buy it, right? You know, if you don't want it, you're not going to buy it. It doesn't matter how much money you've got. Equally, how many times have you or someone else you know say that they can't afford something but found the money for a different thing? I mean, how frustrating is that when you're just like, yeah, you know, how about jumping in to do this thing together? And like, oh, no, I can't afford it. And then off they go do something else because they don't want to do it in the first place. If you don't want something, you won't buy it. And when you do, you'll justify whatever it is that you want to buy as important. Even if it's a treat, we'll say, oh, it's important to treat yourself. And we'll find a reason to justify its value. It's all about creating wanted products. Something that Seth Godin said, and I live by, is go and find out what people will pay anything for and go and sell it to them. And that really is the basics of business. Then it's about what other people want. It's really, truly understanding what do they value.
Now that you've learned how to position yourself away from the market to overcome the too expensive objection, this is your opportunity to download my 5-step workbook on creating a money-making micro niche to really help you understand your ideal client and how you can start to specialize and position yourself as a unique, desirable option in the market. You can access this workbook in the link in the description. I really hope that you found this clip useful, and if you did, please make sure that you write the word helpful in the comments below, and make sure that you like the video, subscribe to my channel, and why not share this video with your fellow entrepreneurs. And if you wanted to join a community of entrepreneurs just like you, I have an exclusive group, Unrivaled Experts, where I share up-to-date tips and challenges to help you become an unrivaled, desirable, must-have expert. Make sure you join us using the link in the description, and I can't wait to see you in there.